of my friends say, girl, you better take care.
Good evening, America. I'm Richard Nixon, and I'm here to tell you, I used to be the worst president with Watergate. Oh no! You can count me straight as an arrow, straight as can be, because Biden, Obama, Clintons have got me beat. So I'll mention my name anymore about the worst president. I am not a crook. Crook is what you see now. Money shaven, phone calls tapped, the rich taken from the poor. I am not a crook. This is the worst crookedness I've ever seen. It's displayed right here. If you Americans, whatever, don't see it, you're blind. You are getting taken down. $37 trillion in debt. And they want another $350 million. We borrow money to give other countries that don't get there. But they're getting rich. Every day, every hour, they're getting rich. They come in this place called the beautiful White House. Poor, excuse me, on a negative field. There might be worth, say, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 that you use so much to campaign to get where you are now. A year's time, off a salary of $174, you've worth $4 million. Beautiful. It's just beautiful. 2 years' time, you're worth $20 million. Oh, it's beautiful. And y'all want to get mad with me about swindling a little money, stealing a couple forks and knives? Clinton took the whole White House. I am not a crook. Don't call me a crook anymore, because I'm not a crook. I've seen what a crook looks like. You're shifty. You're shelf. Biden. Vegetable brain. But he had enough sense to take you. I am not a crook. Clear my name. Clear it. I'm a good boy. You people are getting taken. You have been taken. And you still get taken. And this, what they call him? Hyena? Healy? What a crazy man. They yell at you. And they push you. And they got this guy, George Soros, push you down, hold you down. I am not a crack. I'm a good guy. I'm good. That's all I got to say. I'll get with you. Yeah, we still under breaking news, y'all. This is horrific what is going on in the White House, and it's only, they don't put a stop to it and get ahead of it. Props up to Pam Bondi. I used to think she was going slow, but boy, she held her ground, and I loved it. She called them out. Go for you, Pam. Do it. Let's listen to this. See if we can bring it up here. You know, I'm a little slow with this, so y'all bear with me. Take a little time.
Attorney General Bondi, good to see you. Welcome. I've been listening closely in this hearing, and I've heard over and over from my Democrat colleagues concerns about targeting political enemies, and they've accused you of all manner of things and the current president. I've also heard them said, and I just wrote it down because I wanted to be sure I heard it correctly, I've heard them say that Joe Biden never targeted his political enemies. Joe Biden never directed his attorney general to target his political opponents. Huh. That's interesting, because I could have sworn that yesterday we learned that the FBI tapped my phone. Let's look at it. We've got a list. Tapped my phone, tapped Lindsey Graham's phone, tapped Marsha Blackburn's phone, tapped 5 other phones of United States senators. Gee, it sure looks like targeting political opponents to me, and yet I haven't heard a word from that side of the dais about any concern whatsoever. We've got nothing but concerns today, but no concern at all for a Justice Department that is tapping the phones of sitting United States senators because who knows why. They don't like them. They're members of the opposition party. They're Republicans. They're conservatives. You've seen this document, Attorney General Bondi. Well, what was going on here? Who ordered this? Who ordered the tapping of the phones of United States senators? Political opponents must end once and for all. And we have a chance to do it, and it needs to be done with a thorough investigation, full transparency. And those who violated laws need to be prosecuted. I thank you for what you're doing, Attorney General Bondi. I hope that you will launch a
Yeah, y'all check this out. And this is Lindsey Graham. I don't think he's too happy, you know. And they didn't even know that old man Biden and his inaugurus JackSmith, evil son of a gun. We'll have a few notes on this because this is getting serious. Henceforth, breaking news.
What the hell would you recall? You're the sitting FBI director. There's a campaign for president going on. You've opened up an investigation believing that the Republican candidate may be a Russian asset, and now all of a sudden, less than a month later, 2 months later, you have 2 inquiries, 2 events to suggest it may be his political opponent. Did anybody in the FBI inform the FISA court or anyone else about this activity that you know of?
I can't discuss that matter, as you know, Senator Graham.
Should they have? Is there a requirement by law enforcement to tell the court if their warrant is being sought or a defendant that there's exculpatory information out there about you?
In general, of course, Senator.
So, to the country, the FBI director gets a memo from the intel community. This may be all a political plot by his opponent. They didn't do a damn thing. Are you familiar with the Steele dossier?
Yes, Senator.
That was a dossier prepared and paid for by the Clinton campaign. Are you aware that it was that document was used to get a warrant on 5 different occasions against Carter Page, an American citizen?
Yes, Senator, and that has been...
Are you aware of the fact in February 2017, after Trump is president, the person who gave Christopher Steele the information, the Russian guy, told the FBI the information I provided you was all bar talk, hearsay, and not reliable? Are you aware of that?
Yes, Senator.
Was there ever an effort by the FBI to tell the FISA court about evidence that the man who helped prepare the document retracted his statement?
I can't discuss that, Senator.
Should there have been?
Can't discuss that.
You wonder why we're looking at Comey? Give me a break. Why are we looking at Comey? Because he ran an FBI and personally knew about its sculptor information and let it slide. How in the hell can two FBI agents interview a man who says the document you're using against a sitting president to suggest he may be a Russian agent or Carter Page that is now no longer reliable? How does that not get to the court? Can you tell me how that doesn't get to the court? You can't, can you?
I can't, Senator, and I
Can
can't
you tell me
discuss-
why my phone records, when I'm the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, were sought by the Jack Smith agents? Why did they ask to know who I called and what I was doing from January 4th to the 7th? Can you tell me that?
No, Senator, and there were 8 senators in total.
Do you think that was abuse of power?
Senator, I cannot discuss whether there is or is not an ongoing investigation. If I may add one thing, they also wasted $50 million on what you just described, trying to put President Trump in jail prior to the election.
Yeah, people, this is serious. This has gone past all legalities of law. Undermining, cheating, backstabbing, collusion, totally wrong. And if they're doing this to the chairman of the Senate, Lindsey Graham, uprooting, trying to find any type of negative drive to push this forward, and Jack Smith is the one that stepped down to come down and prosecute Donald Trump, along with that big inflated Letitia James, which have gotten caught on everything that she said Donald Trump was doing. People, y'all might hear me talk a lot about Elon and Donald Trump. I'm on the side of common sense and right. If that man's not done anything, he's not done it. They keep bringing up this crap about what's the guy's name that they said messed with all the young girls. Epstein. Trying their best to infiltrate Donald Trump into this. Akeem and all them. Oh, they had Epstein. Y'all had 10 years to uproot that. And you know, if there was anything, especially with all the lies and stuff they had to scound up on Donald Trump, that would have came out, oh my goodness, 180%. You know what I'm saying? It would have came out. And he went as far to lie on the First Lady, saying that she met Donald Trump through Epstein. And that's terrible. But Milana, Stell Community got something coming for you. And I want you to laugh your heart out, Milana, because we putting on a little scat for the Biden son, who's a holy grail to being a good boy with them cartoon pictures costing $2 and $3 million. We got you back. But anyway, I want you to listen. I'm just going to go over a little bit of what they said before with the wiretapping. But listen through this all the way through. And if our government is defiled, of course, since X come out, thanks Elon, and Trump media's out. Everything's coming out full scale, and they can't hide. It's all 100%. And they hate it. Oh, they wanted to censor us and shut us up from day one. But let's check it out and let this go through. And with a government like this, what are you people fighting for? Let it take its course. Let them clean up the swamp. I'm sorry, it's not even a swamp. It's a cesspool full of doo-doo. It's too good to call it a swamp. Swamp is stagnant water, got gators and stuff in it. This is pure doo-doo. Human feces. That's what they are. I look at them son of a guns, and you know, if a Democrat's alive, his mouth open and you know he's lying. That's how you know he's alive. Can't believe not one of them. Fetterman is about the only one that's got a little decency to him. But check this out, y'all. Let's take a look at it. And we're going to try and wind this one up. Let's look this all the way through. It's going to take a little bit. Y'all stay with the channel and make sure you sign up, subscribe, and please give me your comments on what you think about this. Would you like your phone tapped? Like, share, and subscribe, y'all.
And Attorney General Bondi, good to see you. Welcome. I've been listening closely in this hearing, and I've heard over and over from my Democrat colleagues concerns about targeting political enemies, and they've accused you of all manner of things and the current president. I've also heard them said, and I just wrote it down because I wanted to be sure I heard it correctly. I've heard them say that Joe Biden never targeted his political enemies. Joe Biden never directed his attorney general to target his political opponents. That's interesting, because I could have sworn that yesterday we learned that the FBI tapped my phone. Let's look at it. We've got a list. Tapped my phone, tapped Lindsey Graham's phone, tapped Marsha Blackburn's phone, tapped 5 other phones of United States senators. Gee, it sure looks like targeting political opponents to me, and yet I haven't heard a word from that side of the dais about any concern whatsoever. We've got nothing but concerns today, but no concern at all for a Justice Department that is tapping the phones of sitting United States senators because who knows why. They don't like them. They're members of the opposition party. They're Republicans. They're conservatives. You've seen this document, Attorney General Bondi. Well, what was going on here? Who ordered this? Who ordered the tapping of the phones of United States senators?
Senator Hawley, I cannot discuss the details of that right now for very good reason.
You're going to do a thorough investigation into this, I trust. Is that correct?
We will be looking at all aspects of this, and I have talked to Director Patel at length about
And
this.
you're going to figure out who was involved in this, who signed off on it, who knew about it. You're going to get to the bottom of all of it. Is it correct?
Yes, and I've spoken to Director Patel about it, and he is committed to doing this.
Well, I can tell you, we already know many of the details. We already know that this was ordered by the Special Prosecutor JackSmith, who reported directly to the Attorney General of the United States, Merrick Garland. And we know that JackSmith was on his witch hunt because he was directed to do so by the President of the United States, Joe Biden. Let's just remember. Let's take a walk down memory lane. April 2nd, 2022, the New York Times. Garland faces growing pressure. The Times says as recently as late last year, that would have been 2021, Mr. Biden confided to his inner circle he believed former President Trump was a threat to democracy and should be prosecuted. It goes on to say that the Biden was frustrated with Garland and wanted him to take decisive action against Trump. Here's what we're talking about. Trump, of course, was a private citizen at the time. So he appoints his own hitman, JackSmith, who goes after the president, former president, who goes after members of this body. You know, the thing about it, though, that really strikes me is that it didn't stop with members of the United States Senate. Did it, Attorney General Bondi? It didn't stop here at all. I mean, just as egregious, maybe more so than tapping the phones of U.S. senators is this memo that I know you've seen before. Let's just look at it again. This is an FBI memo from the same time period, I might add. From the same time period, in which the Federal Bureau of Investigation attempts to recruit informants into Catholic parishes in this country.
It's a paper,
So here you have an administration that is activating the FBI against its political opponents and tapping the phones of United States senators. Can I just say that again for my colleagues, for the benefit of my colleagues on the other side of the dais? Tapping the phones of United States senators. This isn't hypothetical. This isn't maybe what will you do in the future. This isn't, oh gee, can you imagine a situation? This happened. This happened. And this happened. The targeting of Catholics in this country because Joe Biden and his FBI didn't like Catholics who went to a certain kind of mass. I mean, good God in heaven, what is happening to this country? What happened under Joe Biden? Or then how about this, the infamous school board memo, where Merrick Garland, at the direction of the White House, issued a memo activating the FBI's counterterrorism division against parents who attended school board meetings and had the temerity to ask what their kids were being taught. And some of those parents were treated like this. Let's just remember. Let's remember how parents were treated. Treated like this man. A parent at a school board meeting, I think in Virginia, who was drug out of the school board meeting. He's bloodied there, you can see it. And what was the response of Joe Biden's DOJ and FBI? It was to issue a memorandum saying that people like this ought to be investigated by the counterterrorism unit. And unbelievably, they were. They were. Or how about this? Let's remember Mark Houck and the pro-lifers who were prosecuted for what? For going to a clinic, an abortion clinic, and praying on a sidewalk outside the abortion clinic. This is Mark Houck and his beautiful family at Mass. This man, at the direction of Joe Biden's FBI, this man had an FBI SWAT team come to his door in the early morning hours with his beautiful children there, terrorizing them with weapons drawn. He was then arrested and prosecuted. Unfortunately, a jury acquitted him. This is what was happening under Joe Biden. United States senators spied upon. Former presidents, the political opponents of the president at the time, targeted, prosecuted. Pro-lifers, targeted, prosecuted. Catholics, targeted, prosecuted. 92 conservative organizations put under surveillance, targeted for potential prosecution. Gee, I don't know. Would you call that an example of weaponization, Attorney General Bondi? Do you think that's a fair characterization?
Senator Hawley, that is the ultimate weaponization. And weaponization under Donald Trump has ended. It has ended. Harmeet Dillon is running our civil rights unit, and she is doing an incredible job. No longer will parents be targeted. No longer will parents who care about whether their elementary school children have to read a transgender book be targeted and told they cannot have any say in their child's education. That has ended under this administration. People can worship freely, whether they're Catholics at synagogues or Muslims. Everyone can worship freely. That was the ultimate weaponization. They were targeting Catholics. No longer. They have been targeting so many American citizens throughout this country. And Senator Hawley, you have been a champion of this, and thank you for being a champion of that. But under Donald Trump's watch, it has ended.
People just goes to show that we were targeted on all aspects. Speech, schools, religion, even what we ate, what we drank. Told we had to take shots that would kill us. It's a beady-head man, Pacino, whatever his name is, that said we had to take this shot, got rich off your dime, off your kids, off your soul. And we were told to shut up, stand down. We have no say in this. As our kids were taught by the likes of this, let's take a look at this. Take a look at this. It's what our kids were taught by. And life can be pretty hard undergoing that. How would you feel going to your kid's school and seeing this monster? Would it enlighten you a little bit? Think your kid might come home with a nightmare? Because it definitely looks like Halloween time to me. And what can this guy teach my young son? We're backed by this type of behavior, 100%. But don't you dare talk about religion. Don't you dare stand up for what's right. Don't you dare believe in standing up to teach your child what you want. But this is top line quality of what they won't show. And I think a lot of parents had a problem with that. And so far, Pam Bondi, Donald Trump are working on this. The guy I was talking about earlier is Fucci, Father Fucci, whatever his name is. Can't even say his name. Probably immigrant, ain't even supposed to be here anyway, but he's controlling everything. Omar, another one here. See, it's not prejudice, it's protecting your country. Common sense. We got people in there that aren't even from this country. Like I said, if you can show these other countries where their people in their Congress, their parliament, or their government and higher up that aren't even from that country, I haven't seen it. But sometimes you just can't be, oh, come on in, and they hate your country. They're burning your flags, disrespectful, pissing on them, lighting them up fire, spitting on them. And what has happened in America? They're proudly walking around with their flags. And they put the American flag lower staff. It's okay with the Democrats because you know why? They believed in that. And it's sad to see that we got older Americans. Oh, you need them here to work and help. And like I said, for productivity, farmers, that's why they're complaining now. They have, like John Deere put a chip in there, you gotta wait for their guy to come and put it online on computer. But Nobody like Crockett. She's so dumb. Oh, you know we ain't picking cotton no more. Dodo, we been stopped picking cotton. The productivity is blown out of sight what a cotton gin can do. So people don't believe in that stuff. And stand up for what you believe in. But let it make sense. Don't just stand up for chaos because Joshua said so. No. What did you derive at? What did you stand up for? Because he's just an idiot. And I have to call it like it is. A keen idiot. Schumer, idiot. Watermelon head, line thieving idiot. Same thing with Newsom and a little short afro-headed woman up there. See, I don't want to remember their names because it don't matter to me. Something that don't matter to me, I don't need to remember the name. The group is telling me what? Ass. That's what. Oh, Bass. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. But anyway, I don't want to remember their name. You know, it sounds better than ass. But anyway, you say Bass. We go with that. All I can see, people, it's upsetting. It's appalling. It's disgraceful. It's hurtful. And I hate to see people taken. That's why it's so forth we build a stealth community. Join up, sign up, stay to the end of the program. Follow through for me, please. Let's let this thing grow. Give me your comments because they're answered. I love them. I'll reply back. And I'll try my best. When it's idiotic and stupid, y'all, I'm going to try my best to make you laugh. Get a kick out of it. While you're walking down the road, make you walk into a pole. Because I got you laughing so hard. Because that's how stupid it is. And I'm going to leave this sight in your mind. Let's marinate on it a little bit. Let it fester. And say, oh, mommy, when I grow up, I want to be just like, what's that, Lisa? Defiled. She defiled, all right. Foul. Foul. On that note, y'all, let's have common sense. Sign up. Donald Trump, you keep working. Pam Bondi, keep working. Cash Patel, you keep working. Joe Biden, keep working. And Hog Holman. Wow! Hog Holman, get them all. Go keep doing it. Do it to them all. We love you.